Hello guys, welcome to my first tutorial on this channel. This tutorial is going to be part of a bigger series. It's basic scripting in Roblox. That's what the series is going to be called, Roblox Studio. If you guys benefit from this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Totally up to you. I would really appreciate it. And this is the first episode in the series, of course, and we will be talking about and learning how to script variables. Variables are a great way to start off in Roblox Lua scripting studio. That did not make any sense. Okay, so to start off, let us insert a part. You can use the scale button to scale it and all that. All these tools here, all these tabs, I'll be doing a tutorial on all those, on the workspace and everything, properties. I may as well do properties quickly here because we'll be using that today, using scripting to change the properties of a object, using variables as well. So we got the brick color. We got cast shadow. Let's turn that off. There's no shadow. Color, material. Let's change it to grass. Why not? Reflectancy, transparency. Anchored. For the sake of this, today we'll have it anchored. Sorry, I have a bad cough. We'll have it anchored here and have the shadow off. Oh yeah. Once you have your object, just customize it here. We have locked, massless, shape. You can change the shape. And yeah, okay. Let's start off by inserting a script into the part. Make sure that you rename your part also something that you want it to be called. Say it's part of a building. You name it building part or frame. For the sake of this tutorial, I will name it, just keep it as part, I guess. Okay. So a variable is something that you store information in. It's like, it's a piece of script that you store information in. A word or something that you store information in, and you can call it later on throughout the script. So local, you can name your variable anything. Local part, you could even name it. You could name it block. Equals, capitals don't matter in block or whatever you name it. And now the equals sign, equals, just one equals means you're setting it to something. So local block is being set to something. You can see it like that. And then double equals is, does it equal 1, 12, or does it equal 50? So let's go equals. And here is where we create a directory. Directories in Roblox Studio. It's just referencing referencing the part you want to call, the part you want something to happen to. That way, yeah. So variables just make this whole process easier. If we were to go game.workspace, so the game, and then the workspace is right here, game.workspace, and game sees the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's usually always what you start with. Game.workspace, game.workspace.part. There you go. Now we've referenced, or we've created a directory to that part. So now, whenever we say block, which is our variable, it knows that we're telling the computer that block equals is set to game.workspace.part. So what the whole point of variables is, it kind of makes it easier, and there's not only easier, but it makes a script function better. So you could also create a directory by going script which is a script here, dot parent, and every part here will have a parent. So the base plate's parent is workspace. The script that we're running in is their parent is part. And so this yeah, that's not even part of anything. That's just part of, that's the parent of, the parent is game, to lighting, players, replicated storage, and so on. Okay, so we'll keep it at script.parent because it's much easier than writing out each parent of the part you want. So like, say we go game.workspace.part. We're saying like each time you create a directory, you have to go the parent of that parent of that parent. So like game is the parent of workspace, so you go into game and then you find the child you want, and the child is like, say you went into game.workspace.part.script. That right there is the child of part. So you're going technically game, and then the child of game, the child of workspace, and then the child of part. So when you create a directory, that's how you want to do it. But it just makes it easier if you do script.parent, depending on what you write in. Because since we're doing script.parent, if you did this in another script, and say it was, if you did this in another script, and you had like 6 scripts inside of each other and going down, you'd have to go script.parent.parent.parent.parent.parent or whatever. So it depends. You can't always use script.parent, because if you do, then your script won't always work. Okay, now we got our local block script. We're gonna go a few spaces down, and a lot of people find this confusing when they're starting out. So it doesn't matter how many spaces you go down here. You can go down as many as you want to start the next line of code. It just makes it more easier and organized to read. So if we went down 4 spaces, you could start there, or you could just start right under and do your stuff there. So we're going to start 2 spaces down here. And you don't need to tab it. Tab just makes it look neater. So if you go right under and tab, let's just start here. So local block, you go script.parent. Actually, I'm going to start down here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we need to, let's try to change a property. So when the game starts, it will wait, we'll get it to wait 3 seconds. Then we will do, and this probably can go back there. Wait 3 seconds, and then go, so first we need to find what property here we want to change. We can change the color, cast shadow color. This one, material. We can change the reflectancy, the transparency. Let's start with the transparency. So wait 3 seconds, and then block dot transparency equals 1. So we're basically saying wait 3 seconds, and then again we're creating a directory to that property that we want to change. So block, which is the part, dot transparency, which is the child, kind of here. You can see it like that. Okay. Next, let's test this out here and see if it works. Again, if you guys don't know how to navigate through here, I will teach you guys just in a later video. There you go. So as you can see, it vanished after 3 seconds. And yeah, so that's sort of how variables work. Or you could also, I believe, if we duplicated this, duplicate, and we went under each part, deleted the script, and I believe part 1, part 1, part 2. I am not really good at scripting. I'm fairly good, but I've never tested this, so this will be interesting, and you guys will also learn from this. So, since we created 3 more parts, or 2 more parts, we're going to create a variable for each one. Block 1 equals game dot workspace dot part 1. Always start with local here when you do the variable. Okay, game dot workspace dot part 2. Is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. Now we can do a wait 3 seconds, and block 1 dot transparency equals 1, and then we can go wait another 3 seconds. Block 2 dot, or is that the right variable? Yeah, block 2 dot transparency equals 1, and then we can go block, we can go another wait 2 seconds this time, not 21, and block dot destroy, and then we can go wait 2, and then we can go block 1 dot destroy, no, wait 2, and then block 2, block 2 dot destroy, and then script dot destroy. Okay, this is not too hard to do, but let's just do play here. Let's see if this works. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it should destroy each one of them. But since we can't see it, it won't be too fun. So what we can do right before the destroy is we can put this down, and we can do the whole thing over again. There's easier ways to put this, but just to make it simpler, we'll put it down. Okay. Okay. Transparency equals 0, 0, nope, 0, and 0, and we're gonna do a wait right here. Wait, wait 2 seconds, and then do that, and then we're gonna create another one right here. Wait 2 seconds and do that. Then we can go play here. Now we're gonna watch the show. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Now they should start coming back again. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There's 1 is destroyed, 2 is destroyed, and 3 has been destroyed. And there you go. That's sort of how variables work. You're referencing different parts and so on. Then you can change the properties of each one. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video of the series. Next, we will be looking at strings and the print feature. So, yeah, till then, see you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Good luck with your scripting endeavors. Goodbye.